What is up guys, it's Cal, and now we are a couple days away from the new Elysium PvP server being released on the Nostalrius realm. Now I'm going to be live streaming a lot of it, but in this video I want to tell you 5 tips that you can take advantage of when leveling a new character in vanilla. Now the first one would have to be saving your gold and taking advantage of the auction house. Now the most important thing to save your money on in the long run is level 40 and level 60 mount training. Level 40 mount training is around 90 gold and I think 60 is about 600 gold. And every copper that you make when you first create your character counts. There's a couple things to take into account when saving up gold though. First would be the auction house. I'd go ahead and say that it would be in your best interest to not buy gear from the auction house. It's expensive and you'll get very good gear from the occasional dungeon you might do or quest. You can always sell, buy, and equip items on the auction house to make a lot of money. Another major thing is buying abilities and ranks for those abilities. Don't buy every ability that becomes available to you. Only buy the more important ones. Like for example, hunters can probably strafe away from buying ranks of Raptor Strike and such. Tip number 2 would have to be leveling your professions as you level. Now this one's very important and plays a role into the first tip of making money. Now I don't want to tell you which profession to pick, just pick whatever appeals to you, whether it's picking herbs as an herbalist, or creating leather and mail gear as a leather worker. What I will tell you though is that it's very important to level your professions while you're leveling your character so you don't get behind. It's a little easier to level gathering professions such as herbalism or skinning because you'll run around and find those regions as you quest, but make sure you're leveling your other professions like alchemy or leatherworking with those materials at the same time. Not only can you sell the items to make more gold, but you can get a first-hand pick at them and use the up-to-date gear or potions to help you through your journey. Now this third tip would have to be to not focus on dungeons. For any Legion player or anyone who started playing after Wrath of the Lich King, you can't just queue up for a dungeon and get into them that easy. It took a lot more work in vanilla, like gathering a tank, a healer, and 2 other DPS to get into a dungeon to kill mobs to complete quests you have. However, in vanilla WoW, this wasn't a very fast way to level your character. Now if you do have a bunch of quests for a single dungeon and 4 other go-to friends who are up for dungeon mob killing, then by all means, go for it. So I'm not trying to roll out dungeons completely, plus you can get some very good gear from them, but if you're wondering which method of leveling would be faster to reach 60, that would have to be questing. This 4th tip plays a small role into the last one, and that's that you should be careful with doing quests in a group. Obviously dungeons you have to have a group for, but when you kill mobs in a group of people, the XP gained is split amongst everyone in your group. Sure, killing quests might go twice as fast with a friend, but you'll get half as much experience. So if you have good gear and can kill mobs easily on a killing quest, easily meaning you don't have to eat food or gain mana after every kill, then you should focus on doing that quest by yourself. Also for any gathering quests, like where you have to gather heads off of a corpse or such to reach your goal, those will take twice as long with a friend because the item only drops for one of you at a time. Now if you need help killing something, then you need help killing something. If you're facing a mob in a quest and you're having difficulty killing it, like maybe a group quest, then by all means join a group to complete it. But if you're on a killing or gathering quest with mobs that aren't much of a threat to you, then doing it by yourself might be in your best interest. The 5th and final tip is that you shouldn't focus on PvP until you're level capped. I know PvP is fun and killing the opposite faction gives you a thrill, but when it comes to leveling, it will slow you down. If you decide to twink a character and not quest past level 19 or whatever, then that's a whole other story, but this is mainly focused on leveling to 60. Now Alterac Valley isn't coming out on the new Elysium PvP server until June of 2018, but when it does come out, it does have some quests that give a lot of experience. You have to like gather the heads of the opposite faction, and it's like 30,000 experience per quest, so when that comes out, it would be worth doing AV for. But remember, or for anyone new to vanilla, Alterac Valley took a very long time to complete. So those are my 5 tips on leveling in vanilla. The Elysium server is coming out in 2 days of when this is being recorded. I will be live streaming it. If you have any other tips that you want to leave in the comments below, you can. I'll be posting another video tomorrow. And then the following day, as I said before, would be a live stream. But you can leave a like on this video if it was helpful to you. Sub to the channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.